This is me. My name's Ulysses McKittrick, and I really like running, but I'm pretty new to it. For a while, basketball was my main sport. I started running in the summer before my freshman year of high school to get in shape for the upcoming season.
Well, so
That first run sucked. I went like 3 miles and could barely walk afterwards. But after a couple days of recuperation, I tried again. Slowly but surely, I kept coming back to it, building my mileage just a bit each time. Now, jump to the middle of my sophomore year. I'd caught the bug, even if just a little bit. Hi. Hi. I decided I needed to shake things up a bit, so I signed up for the Brooklyn Half Marathon that May. Eventually, this half marathon build would be the catalyst for my entire passion for the sport, but that wouldn't happen quite yet. But remember, I was still putting all of my energy into basketball and I was still playing full time on an AAU team. But I started catching my mind wandering in practice. Instead of thinking about that day's drills or that weekend's tournament, I was thinking about, the fartlek I was going to do the next morning or how I was going to prep for my long run. I started to realize that maybe I liked running a little more than I liked basketball. Then, the day of the Brooklyn Half came. I was suddenly surrounded by all these people who were super into running. It was the weirdest thing to me because I had done most of my training alone, none of my friends were really into it, I didn't really understand the world. And then all of a sudden, I was surrounded by all these nerds who were like also into, running shoes and gels and Coro swatches and all this stuff that I thought I kind of alone thought was interesting. There was this whole community of people who were really, really into it. And that was an awesome experience. The half was one of the best experiences of my life, and I was pretty hooked on distance running at that point. Nonetheless, I continued to play basketball that summer, continued playing on my AAU team, but I also started increasing my mileage, making my speed workouts much harder. I was doing a lot more running in general. Of course, I was still a 16-year-old kid and really stupid and didn't really know how to train, so definitely overworked myself, but the passion was there. Except I was doing all of this kind of for like my own self improvement. I didn't really understand how track or cross country even worked. My school didn't even have a cross country team, so that was out of the picture. I was just running to run, and it was fun and it was hard and I liked it. But that's enough about me. What are my goals in the present day, right now, and what am I trying to accomplish? This summer, I really want to build mileage safely and smartly. This indoor season and this outdoor season were pretty plagued by many injuries, and it kept me from ever getting over 30 miles a week. And I want to be doing 40, 50, 60 one day. I love training, and unfortunately, injury just held me back from getting above that 30-mile mark. So, if I can A, build my mileage patiently, and B, get enough calories in to fuel that mileage, I think I can really turn things around and build some of the highest mileage weeks that I ever have in my life. Hopefully, then, if I'm able to build a bigger base than I ever have in my life, I'm hoping in the fall to be able to start a marathon or a half Ironman training block. I know that sounds crazy right now, having never eclipsed 30-mile weeks might be even a little delusional, but I believe in myself and I believe I can do it. I believe I can turn things around, and I believe I can become the best athlete I've ever been in my life. I truly think the best years of my running career are ahead of me, and I really, really want to achieve that. Another goal I have this summer is doing what I'm doing right now, creating a YouTube channel, connecting with you guys via the internet. It's been my dream since I started running, really, but with schoolwork, senior year, I really didn't have time. And finally, I have the time to pursue my dream on YouTube, and I'm going to throw everything I have at it. I'm going to really try to upload consistent and quality videos documenting my journey for you all. Even if it's just, a subpar runner trying to get to 40 miles a week, I am doing everything I can to better myself and to do something I love. And I hope you all will come along for the journey. Thank you. A successful summer build also means successful recovery, which means rest days are crucial. This is something I've struggled with in the past in my career. I've felt, lazy or like I'm not doing enough on my rest days. But really, this summer, I need to relax as much as possible on the days I'm not running. The other thing, just because you're resting and you're not running doesn't mean you're not eating. In fact, these rest days are some of the most important times for me to get nutrients in my body. So, I'll be packing it in on these rest days as well. I got my 2 yogurts to start the morning. But seriously, if I in any way want to be able to build past 40 miles a week or start a half Ironman training block, I need to learn to really chill on my rest days. If I can't do that, I'm cooked. These days, where I'm not getting up to any exercise, these days might be the most crucial for my athletic performance, which sounds kind of funny to say out loud. Another thing I'll be focusing on is my physical therapy exercises. In order to build a stronger body, I need to, well, strengthen my body. If I want to be less injury prone, I need to be building muscular endurance in my calves and my hips, making sure when I put the wear and tear on those body parts, they don't, break under me. I'm lucky to work with a very, very good physical therapist, and he's helped me through all sorts of injuries in the past. And he's given me lots of preventative exercises to do in order to, prevent those injuries from even cropping up in the first place. So, whether it's designated gym days, and I plan on having about 2 designated gym days every week of training, or just my daily, band hip exercises and my calf raises, I'm going to be consistent with my prehab and my strengthening exercises so I can strengthen my legs and my body so it is able to handle the higher mileage I want to achieve here. I have the time, so I have no excuse not to do them, and my body will thank me for it. I put on a shirt. That's not a very exciting idea of an awesome summer training block. I think back when I was a little less mature in my running career, I would think that the only way to get better over a long period of time was to just absolutely hit the grindstone. I'm going to push my limits. I'm going to become an athlete I've never been before. You think that's going to require some crazy form of new training or some new program you've never done or some new type of workout. But no, I really have to learn how to be consistent with the boring stuff. It's going to be the small things that compile this summer. And if I want to become a better athlete, I have to learn how to do those small things. Again, I just have to remember, even if I do kind of hate rest days because I don't get to run and I really like running, I will be a better athlete for it and it'll make me stronger. I just have to get through that one day of the week. I mean, if I'm healthy, hopefully it'll stay as just one day a week, and then I will get 6 days of beautiful training to come along with it. Again, knock on wood. We'll see how things go. I don't know what I'm capable of, and frankly, doing what I have been doing, not eating enough, overtraining, whatever it may be, it wasn't working. So it's time to switch things up, and I'm pretty excited. Let's do the consistent and boring work this summer. I'll catch you all later. I'm touching the line, that's why. This is McKittrick. This is a pre-time trial video diary. I just want to voice some of my thoughts a little. After having so much of my season sidelined with injury, I found myself in crutches on a boot, taking the bus to the Bronx to watch my teammates compete. I wanted to be out there with them. I wanted to be competing with them. So today I'm just going to do everything I can to be grateful and to enjoy every moment. I do know the feeling, the ability to run. I always take it for granted until it's gone, and then when it's gone, I'm not the same kind of guy. So I just want to appreciate every moment. It's gonna hurt for sure, because it doesn't. Just because it hurts doesn't mean I can't do anything. And I appreciate the pain. I appreciate the suffering. I'm gonna take it with me, because it's all part of my journey, and I love that journey. And that journey is one of my favorite things in the world. I love running. Thank you.